Hello, everybody, and welcome to the False Prophets Podcast, where we expose all the fake gurus and we give you lots of good free information. Now, I was trolling on Facebook the other day, minding my own business, looking for a ladder to finish painting the house. And all of a sudden, what commercial comes into my inbox or whatever it comes in, whatever you call it in Facebook, I have no idea. But this guy. Now, what I'm going to show to you guys, we're going to do a reaction video here. And what I'm going to show you is how the gurus use their methods to try and trick you into coming to their seminars. And it's okay to go to their seminars, but how they snooker and get the hook in you to convince you to think you're going to become a rich multimillionaire like at the drop of a hat. All you got to do is pay me thousands of dollars and you too will be rich, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to watch this reaction video. Now listen. I don't have the patience to get through a video without erupting, okay? I have no patience for it. What I'm going to do is we're going to watch it. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to give you some information, probably yell a little bit, maybe curse. And then we'll go back and watch it again and, go for it. So we're just not going to play it outright and then go back and yell and scream, okay? We're going to play it. I'm going to give you some information. We'll go. Because I don't think I can do it. Well, maybe, what we can try. Maybe we'll let it play once so you can hear it, and that's what we'll do. We'll play it once, we'll let it go, and then we'll play it again, and I will stop and educate you on the tricks that they play. All right? So without further ado, let's get into this guy who came into my inbox the other day. All right? So let's let me do this so we can hear it. All right? And let's play it. I'll let it, like I said, I'll let it go through the first time, and then we'll do it again. All right, so here we go.
Emergency, the Fannie Mae just came out with a program that you got to hear about. I'm going to be sharing that with you. The link will be below. I'm going to show you how to buy real estate with either no money down or 5% down. I'm in Orange County right now. This is going to be on 4-unit deals. Fannie Mae came out with a program, 5% down or less. Join me. By the way, you guys that want to do 50 units and 500 units, I'll be talking about that as well. And I'm going to be sharing with you the greatest real estate opportunity of your lifetime is here right now. It's unfolding at this moment. And I'm going to show you how to take advantage of it. Whether it's 4 units, 40 units, or 400 units. Every deal should make you $1 million and provide you with about $5,000 of passive income. Okay, I'll be discussing all that and more. Link will be below. I'll see you there. Emergency, the Fannie Mae.
Sorry. Oh, boy. All right. We're going to play it again. And I'm going to show you what he's doing to trick you into coming to his seminar and shelling out money. All right? All right, so let me set it up again. Give me 1 second. I'm going to set it up for us, okay? Get my pen ready. Boy, this is just brutal. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go. Now, this time I am going to stop it and give you some good information, all right? So here we go.
Emergency, the Fannie Mae just came out with a program that you got to hear about. I'm going to be sharing.
Okay. All right. First off, what is crazy? And the other thing that he talked about early on, right? Whoops. Let me fix this. He's down here talking about an emergency. What emergency? He just said that Fannie Mae came out with a program. No, they didn't. This program has been out since November of 2023. It's been out for 2 years. And there's nothing crazy. And by the way, you could go to any mortgage broker, any good mortgage broker. They will give you this information for free. It's called the Home Ready Program. Okay? I'm going to get into the program in a minute. I'm going to show it to you at the end. But that's what he's talking about. So Fannie Mae did not just come out with this program, and there's no emergency, and this isn't crazy. This is just everyday stuff that we do. Everyday stuff that we do. But this is not what he's trying to do, okay, just so you understand. He's setting the hook into you. He's going to talk about Fannie Mae. Well, let's hear it again. Let's hear what he says, okay? So he's talking about an emergency. This is crazy. Like him saying this stuff is actually crazy. But let's go.
Emergency.
Okay, emergency.
Fannie
Mae just came out with this program. Yeah, 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
That you got to hear about.
Sharing
right?
that with
He's
you. He's going to share it with you. All right, link will be below. Okay, just remember, he's talking about a Fannie Mae program called Home Ready Program, which is an owner-occupied program that you could buy a 4-unit with 5% down. I'm going to get into those details in a minute. Let's continue what he's got to say. Okay?
Below, I'm going to show you how to buy real estate with either no money down or...
Okay. Now, he just said he's going to show you how to buy real estate with 0 money down. Or, then he says, look, or 5% down, or, he uses this word or, okay, or less. Okay, that's what he just said. Now, let me go in and explain a couple of things to you. You can buy property no money down. If you're a veteran, you have the VA. If you live in a rural part of town, you could go USDA, which is the United States Department of Agriculture. You could do 0 money down. Now, it's not always super rural. All you have to do is go on their website, put in the address, and it'll tell you if you could do 100% financing on that property. Okay, it's called USDA. Now, you can also do with what one of my students just did. Okay, one of my students just did FHA, 3.5% down, but you can get a down payment assistance or a grant. Now, I don't know which one he did because I'm not doing the financing anymore. I'm retired from that. I'm teaching him real estate investing. He's buying a property basically with no money down, and then he's going to live in it for 1 year, and then he's going to rent it. He's going to make $1,000 a month once he rents it after the first year. He's 21 years old, okay? 21. He had 0 credit when he started with me. He wanted to be a wholesaler. So his nickname is Joey the Wholesaler. All right, because he's never going to wholesale a property in his life. So he just bought the property. We got his credit up to almost 800. Okay, he started when he was about 19 and a half. He's now 21. So 2 years he's getting his first property. But again, he had no money, no credit, and he had no experience at all. All right, so now he's using a down payment assistance or a grant. And we always get a 3% seller assist to help pay your closing costs. Now, what is that? Hey, listen, I know it sounds crazy, but when you borrow money from a bank to buy a house, right, you put your money down, okay, 3%, 5%, whatever it is, the bank's going to lend you 95%. Well, you have closing costs that you have to pay, right? But if you get a seller assist, which that's what we teach here, you get a seller assist, okay, that'll pay your closing costs. So the only thing he paid for was his appraisal and credit report up front. He put that on a credit card, and he got into this house. I think it was $195,000, right around $195,000. Put no money down, right? And got a down payment assistance, went FHA. So there's 3 methods right there that you can buy no money down. Now, the other program that he's talking about is called a Home Ready Program, where he says 5% down or less. What he's talking about is Home Ready, where if you buy a single family residence, meaning a 1 unit, okay, townhouse, condo, whatever it may be, you could put 3% down, okay? You don't even have to verify where the funds come from. You can put 3% down, okay? Now, you can do a 2-unit, 3-unit, or 4-unit, and he'll talk about this in 1 second. He talked about it earlier that we heard it. Okay, 2-unit, 3-unit, or 4-unit, okay, that you could put 5% down, but you have to live in one of them, okay? So basically, it looks like this. So here is a 4-unit. So you've got 4 different families living in this house. Now, the thing is, you have to live in this one. So we call that owner-occupied, okay? So this is 1 deed, okay? 4 homes under 1 house under 1 deed. That's called a quad or a 4-unit. That's all Fannie Mae lends up to, Fannie Freddie. They only do 1 to 4 units. Anything over 4 units is considered commercial financing. That's a whole different animal. And that's what he's talking about when he says in a second, for up to 4 units, okay? Now, these other units here, these other units right here, you're living in one, and these units right here, these units can be non-owner occupied, okay? So you're renting them out. So basically, these 3 people are paying for the mortgage, okay? It's a great way to buy real estate. I'm all for it, okay? Especially for younger people. 100% all for it. That's great. But that's not what this guy's doing. Do you think he cares for 1 second about a 1 to a 4 unit? By the way, again, you can get this information for free from any mortgage broker or your local banker or credit union. They should know this information. If they don't, right, you can look it up yourself. I'm going to show it to you at the end, what it is, what the program is, how to look it up, and how to talk to any mortgage broker for free to learn this. But again, that's not what this guru is doing. He's setting the hook into you. Why? Because he's setting you up for the kill. Okay, let's get into the kill. Let's get into the kill. All right? So now we're at the 5% down or less money, right? 5% or less down. We'll rewind it a little bit, right? He's going to show you how to buy real estate with no money.
With either no money down or 5% down. I'm in Orange County right now.
Who cares what county you're in? I own property in Orange County. Who the hell cares? Nobody. Nobody cares that you're in Orange County. You could be in any county.
This is going to be on 4-unit deals, Fannie.
Okay, so again, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac only do 1 to 4 units. Anything over that is commercial financing. Okay, different animal. And that's what he's saying right there, all right?
4-unit deals. Fannie Mae came out with a program, 5% down or less. Join me.
By the way, what he just said, this, again, this came out in 2023. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So now, here comes the hook. This is what you need to look out for.
By the way, you guys that want to do 50 units and 500 units, I'll be talking about that as well.
So he went from a low income 1 to 4 units with Fannie Mae to 50 to 500 units like it was nothing. These folks, these things are two polar opposites. You can't get any more polar opposite than that. They're on 2 ends of the spectrum. You got no money down for an owner-occupied 1 to 4 unit. Okay? And now all of a sudden, he's throwing out to you 50 to 500 units. You know why? Because he has it in your head. No money down. 5% down. Let me tell you something. If you think for 1 second that you're going to go buy 50 to 500 units with no money down, you are out of your mind. Can it be done? Absolutely. I know how to structure that deal. It's a piece of cake. It doesn't mean the seller is going to go for it. What seller is going to go for a no money down deal that they got a 50 to a 500 unit and they're going to hand it to some joker like me or you with no money out of their pocket? Would you do that? Would you hand over your 50 unit complex to this guy that you have no idea who he is? Right? No, you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. Just because this guy's telling you, yeah, doesn't mean it happens in real life. It doesn't. But he's setting the hook. You know why? Because he gets paid to teach you that you can do it. Yeah, good luck. All right. It just drives me insane. Listen to this stuff. Okay? And by the way, he says, he talks about that, and then he says, Oh, for you guys and gals that want to buy 50 to 500 units, I'm going to be talking about that as well. Again, this is polar opposites.
Want to do 50 units and 500 units, I'll be talking about that as well. And I'm going to be sharing with you the greatest real estate opportunity of your lifetime is here right now. It's unfolding.
No, it's not. What the hell is he talking about? There is no greatest real estate unfolding at this moment. No, it's not. This is guru bullshit talk to get you to open up your wallet. That's what that is. There's no greatest moment of real estate unfolding at this moment. Where? With what? Look, do you see it anywhere? I've been doing this 40 years almost. It's not unfolding right now at this moment. This is guru. The greatest real estate.
The greatest real estate opportunity of your lifetime is here right now. It's unfolding
No,
at
it's
this
not.
moment. And I'm going to show you how to take advantage of it. Whether it's 4 units, 40 units.
Again, polar opposites. Whether it's 4 units, that's for Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. But then he goes right back to what? 40 to 400 units. What happened to the 50 to 500? I guess we're losing 10 to 100 units like that? Well, what the hell?
Or 400 units. Every deal should make you $1 million and provide you with about 5,000.
Okay. So every deal that you do, you should make $1 million and pocket $5,000 a month. Okay. What seller is giving up $1 million? For what reason? Would you? Are you going to give up your 500 unit and $1 million just to say, here you go, Vinny, I like you. No problem. Take it off my hands. The only way someone's doing that is if it's a turd. An absolute turd. And it will cost you every last dime that you have and your family has and your friends and anybody else you can go beg, borrow, and steal from to try and get that turd polished. And guess why he got rid of that turd? Because it's a turd. And you don't want it either. That's the only way you're going to get some type of deal like that. And you ain't going to get $1 million or walk away with $5,000. Can shit like this happen? Yes. But it takes skill and it takes money. You are not doing it with no money down. He got it in your head early on. 5% or no money. I'm going to teach you no money, 5% or less. And you're thinking, hell, I could go buy a 50 unit with 5% or less. I'm all in. Right? And then you get there and he wants 35 grand, 40 grand, 50,000 to join his program. And you join it, what happens? You're broke, you're $35,000 broker, and you never buy a piece of real estate. That's what happens. That's what happens. Again, every deal should make you $1 million. Yeah, I'll be discussing that more. Link will be below. I'll see you there. Yeah, of course. Yeah. He'll see us there. Yeah, he'll see us there. Right? See us there. Right? See us there. Okay. I mean, my brain is going to explode. These are two totally different things. Oh my God. They are so polar opposites. It's like the cartoon, The Heat Miser and Mr. Freeze, right? I'm Mr. Heat Miser, I'm Mr. Freeze, right? Whatever. Okay? They're polar opposite. East, west, black, white, hot, cold, right? That's the hook that they use to get you all lathered up. Don't fall for the bullshit. Okay, let me show you what he's talking about. This stuff comes to us old mortgage brokers. I mean, it didn't come to me. I knew about it, obviously, right? Because my wife is still in the business. I'm going to show it to you. You can look this up online, but here it is, okay? I'm going to go down a little bottom so you can see it. So, what we have here is Fannie Mae. That's what I told you, right? Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae. You can go right on Fannie Mae's website. It's called Home Ready Mortgage Product Matrix. This is what comes to us mortgage brokers, stuff like this. Okay. Now, what I want to show to you is I want to show you this. All right. Let me make a little bit smaller. Let me show you this. This is designed for credit-worthy, low-income borrowers. Do you honestly think that you're going to be able to go buy the 540 to 400 units? This is designed for credit-worthy, low-income borrowers. And how do you think a low-income borrower who doesn't have a lot of money, because remember, we're putting no money or 5% or less down, and you think you're going to go buy 50 to 500 units? Do you honestly think that's going to happen? Please, if you think that's actually going to happen, right, you deserve to get your money stolen from you, because that's exactly what's going to happen, okay? You're going to get it stolen. Now, up to 97 loan to value with flexible sources of fund, okay? It also talks about cancelable mortgage insurance. What that means is when you hit a certain number, okay, 78% through an amortization schedule, your PMI, which is private mortgage insurance, which is insurance in case you go into default and lose your property, go to foreclosure. So it's at 78% through an AM schedule, it will automatically come off. But that'll take forever. Once you get to 80%, you can do it through an appraisal. You call up the bank, right? They might do a drive-by. You can automatically get rid of your PMI. Now, the difference between this Fannie Mae and FHA with 3.5% down is MIP, which is different than PMI. MIP stays with you for the life of the loan. You cannot get rid of that insurance, okay? So now we're not going to talk about refinances. We're only going to talk about purchases for right now, all right? So if we look right here, it talks about the loan purpose. Now, again, I only want to talk about purchase. I don't want to talk about limited cash out refi. That's a refi. Limited cash out means you can walk away with $2,000 or 2%, whichever is less. But let's not talk about that right now, okay? Now, over this side, these are 1 units, and this is a 2 to a 4 unit, all right? So then we kind of split the paper in half. So over here, 1 unit. Over here, 2 to 4. All right, remember, that's all that Fannie Mae does. They don't go any higher than 4 units. Again, because it becomes commercial property. Okay, so now we know that it's for a purchase. Let's move it up a little bit. Okay, oops. Okay, now we go occupancy and property. So 1 unit, it's your principal resident. It includes condos, co-ops, PUDs, and manufacturing. 2 to 4, none of that, right? So they only want regular that. Now, what is a PUD? A PUD is a planned unit development. So have you ever driven around and you see like this entranceway into these cluster of homes? There's like 50 homes in there, and it might be called something like, hey, there's Villanova, there's Claremont, right? There's whatever. There's whatever, the estates, right? Name the estates, okay? And there's 50 single-family homes in there, or there's 300 townhomes in there. Okay, well, that's called a planned unit development, a PUD, planned unit development. All right, I just want to give you that information. Okay, now, manufactured homes. That's like a home that you build in somewhere. It comes and it sits on a slab. It's not a mobile home where you can get up and drive it away. Manufactured home, right? It's sitting on a slab. You cannot do it with a 2 to a 4 unit. Okay, you can with a single family, but you got to follow certain guidelines. We're not going to talk about home style renovation, right? Because then it's getting into renovation and stuff like that. Now, this is the biggest thing right here. Okay, right here, income limits. Okay, you got to go to the county that you're living in. Okay, and you look up what is called the median income for the county, and you cannot make more than 80% of the median income. If you do, you don't qualify. Okay, and again, remember, we're going to talk about this in a second. We're getting down to it, okay? How much money do we have to put down? That's going to be next. So that's right here. How much money do I need to put down? Well, on a 1 unit, not money down. How much money do I have to have in my pocket? Well, none, right? You can get it from different sources. You can get it from gifts, from grants, just like FHA. This is to compete with FHA down payment assistance, which they call DPA. right? So if you see DPA, that's just called a down payment assistance, okay? There's other things like grants. There's other thing called community seconds, okay, where banks come in and they give you a second mortgage, okay? So now, if you're buying a single family, again, single family, one basically one deed with one house, with one family living in it, okay? Unlike the 4 unit where you've got 4 families living under one deed, under one roof, okay? So now, no money. But if you're buying that 4 unit, you have to verify 3% of the money. So 3% has to be verified in your bank for 3 months, okay? They don't want to see large deposits or anything like that. They want to see 3 months that you had, let's say a $100,000 loan. They want to see $3,000 has been in your bank for the last 90 days. They don't want to see you just deposited the other day, okay? Now, where can this money come from? It can come from a gift, a grant, from lenders or other entities, community seconds, cash on hand for a 1 unit, right? So they're saying if you got cash on hand, fine, we'll do a cash on hand, okay? So that's basically where you're going. That's, so let me see what let's see if the loan to value is next. Okay, so here's what they're basically saying. Right here, loan to value, you could go to 97, right? And over here, 95 only, right? 2 to 4, 95 only, okay? So that's what they're talking about when he talks about 5% or less. Over here, you can get 97. Over here, you can do 95. So this is called the Home Ready, Fannie Mae Home Ready program. You can look it up. You can call any mortgage broker for free. You don't have to go to any seminars to get it. It's not an emergency. It's not crazy. And it hasn't just come out. Fannie Mae didn't just come out with it. It's been out for 2 years, okay? So don't get caught up. Don't get caught on the big hook, okay? Because you're going to lose your money. Don't get caught on the big hook. Don't think that you're going to go buy 50 to 500 units with no money out of your pocket. It's not going to happen, okay? Can it? Yes. There are methods that you can structure a deal. I know them like the back of my hand. I've structured deals like this, but not with a 50 or 500 unit, and certainly not walking away with $1 million. Now, 5,000, yeah, you should walk away with five. If you're doing a 500 unit, you better be making at least $5,000 a month, okay? But don't think for 1 second you're going to put no money, 5%, 3% down on a 50, or let's go to the 40 to 400 or 50 to 500 units. It's not going to happen, folks. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, right? So, well, let me say this. Can it happen? You know what they're saying. Does lightning strike twice? Yeah. We can never say never. So we'll never say never, right? But is it something that you really want? So trust me on this, okay? Don't spend your money. Don't get fooled by the gurus, all right? So that commercial I thought was kind of funny. I thought I'd pass it along to you so that you can be aware of this one, all right? So if there's somebody that you want to learn about, send them our way. We will let you know if they are good or bad, right? Because we want to expose all the fake gurus to save you money. If there's something you want to learn, whatever that is, let us know, and I promise you I will teach it here for you, okay? So thanks for coming by. We'll see you on the next one.